Spirit versus the soul. Understanding or overstanding the difference between the spirit and soul is necessary so that we can better discern what it is we are walking through in life. We as humans have this amazing ability to feel so strongly about something that we manifest signs that it is real. We manifest with our own energy, expanding it and making it palpable. This amazing ability we have is part of what makes us unique creatures in our world. The combination of intellect, energy, and the potential to make things manifest are indicators that we are children of our Creator. The creation element is inside us, and it's so powerful that we can create or make things happen in our world even without our conscious direction. We are, in fact, so powerful that we can make manifest a fear we have, and it will happen. We can manifest a person or a phone call. We can manifest success despite all odds. Have you ever met someone who is so convinced that they are the best at what they do that everyone agrees? They seem to be impervious to downfall. This is not for nothing. We need to pay attention and accept that this is part of who we are as creators. I want to bring clarity here about the differences between spirit and soul because they often get confused with each other. Growing up, people would say, don't be so spiritual that you're no earthly good, and don't be so earthly that heaven can't use you. It was always said to be a cute or funny way of telling others that balance is needed. Balance is key to optimizing your growth and meeting challenges with a level head and an open heart simultaneously. What is spirit? Spirit is the divine essence, the breath of life, the part of us that is directly from the Creator. It is the part that is intuitive, sensing things from a non-physical plane and full of information that can help us to heal, grow, and achieve our soul's purpose. Divine revelation and understanding comes from the Spirit, flowing in and through us. It is also teaching us the laws of the universe, which correlate to many of the principles and laws that people of faith believe in today. They simply use different words to describe these foundational systems of universal governance. The law of attraction, the law of reciprocity, the law of giving, all have other names in other cultures and languages, but are basically things we all agree on. You get what you give. You reap what you sow. The more you give, the more you receive. We are all familiar with these laws naturally. The spirit is not something we are capable of changing. It was and is and always will be. It is the collective energy of force that flows through everything and obeys the laws of the universe no matter what. What is the soul then in relation to that spirit, and why do we have both? The soul is the thoughts, emotions, and will. The soul is our personal energy, our unique frequency and distinct embodiment. Unlike the spirit, we are here to cultivate, connect with, and ultimately ascend with our soul. Our soul has a set of wants and desires that drive us throughout our lives in definite directions. For example, you may meet someone who is absolutely convinced that they are here on this earth to help others and that it is their job to figure out what that is and how they can. They're often unique from childbirth and cannot shake their desire to achieve a deep spiritual goal. You might meet someone who is convinced that true love is real, and they will find it someday, some way, somehow. You may meet someone convinced that life is unfair and tragic, and constantly they are presented with evidence everywhere in all their interactions in daily life. Whether you believe those examples are positive or negative, every one of them is on the path to their soul's purpose and truth. Scripture says it rains on the just and the unjust, which means all of us have experiences and we choose whether they are positive or negative. But both perspectives contain lessons we need to learn. Always you are manifesting, and manifesting is creation. You are a creator. You are manifesting from your thoughts, feelings, and actions. The goal is to open yourself up to see it and begin to manifest through conscious, purposeful thoughts and feelings and actions instead of subconscious thoughts, feelings, and actions. The subconscious will stay in charge until we step into our superconscious, which is connected to spirit with intention. In the superconscious, we gain insight into what it is we are doing and giving the ability to see its effects and see what should be changed. This understanding cleans up the pain of the past. It gives you new glasses to see it with and often results in deep healing work. It is the ultimate relationship, the harmony of you knowing you are the child of the Creator and living in and through that belief. You are always the one choosing what you believe and align with. You are the decision maker in your relationship to the power that created the universe. This is a law of the universe, and your free will cannot be overridden. Our soul is here to experience life, learn, and evolve to accomplish what Spirit is in unity with the all of everything, and Spirit wants the greatest and highest good for all. Our soul is ours to mature so that we can do the impossible by choice. The gift of free will is a divine gift. It is always our choice what we will experience. Suffering in our life comes when we do not have a deep connection or understanding with our lower desires and our higher ones. The higher soul desires are often locked away in our superconscious and become available to us as we progress on our journey and make certain choices with our will. This choice, this free will, it requires a great deal of responsibility on your part just to grasp it conceptually. It means seeing the darkest parts of your heart and the lightest and brightest parts of yourself and accepting them as they are. Once they are accepted, you can begin to change those that are in darkness into light. You can also begin to change into a higher and lighter version of yourself. We have the ability to see the darkest pieces of ourselves, understand the lessons it was teaching us, appreciate that lesson, and move forward with less shadow and more light. It's like going into an old mansion you inherited. Some of the rooms have windows and beautiful furnishings, and you can see they just need love and attention to bring back their splendor. Meanwhile, there are the other rooms that have been cut off from light and life for so long that they are dark and gloomy. Rooms that kind of give you the shivers when you look into the darkness, but you go in with your flashlight in hand and really look what is there. You will find within these dark places things that need to be thrown away because they can't serve you and are not for you. And you will find treasures that have been hidden away from prying eyes. You are the owner of the house, and you get to choose what stays and what goes, what gets refurbished or replaced with the new. Are you ready to renovate your home? Soul and spirit are here to get back together, to realign with each other for our highest good. When our spiritual selves came to this earth to be born into flesh and bone, we chose to undergo a miraculous project. Can spirit become flesh and then remember itself and bring the divine remembrance to both its flesh and soul? To understand this, we go back to our 4 pillars of life theory. The secret to this theory at its core is that every part mentioned is, in fact, divine. When you treat these pieces of yourself as purposeful and beautiful gifts to care for, you change your view of your value. Your body is from the earth. It is beautifully and wonderfully made. Your mind comes from the air. Thoughts move in and out in an instant. They're fleeting, but they have a great effect on your choices and decisions. Your soul is the fire within you, ignited by desires and passions. Understanding your true desires and passions often reveals the soul's purpose. And once you remember your soul's purpose in being here, the lesson you choose to learn in your life, the fires can be directed and controlled to offer power, energy, and the heat of life without burning or destroying yourself or others. Finally, spirit is the water, always flowing from Eden, always flowing from above. You cannot control the water. You cannot change its course. You cannot change the essence of it. What you choose to do is step in or swim. Resist, try to hold the water back, or let go and flow in it. These 4 elements come together and reveal to us a 5th element, which is you. The 4 pillars are the support system for your world. You are the world, and you know it. The evidence is that you can perceive each of these pillars and separate yourself from them enough to observe them as unique aspects of yourself. Who is the one perceiving? How can you observe something unless you are separate from it in some way? The person that you are is living in a world you created. Remember in Tom and Jerry? Tom would be ready to absolutely destroy Jerry. And a little angel and a little devil would pop up on either shoulder and tell him why he should or should not get that mouse. And he would have an internal debate between aspects of himself, but Tom was always the ultimate decision maker in the end. And he may have been influenced by these aspects, but they weren't the authority. All our aspects lack the ability to decide what to do. It is our own self-identity and will that follows through. This concept of the self, the one having the thoughts, the one feeling the emotions, the one perceiving their beliefs, means you can accept this and ultimately regain your throne. I am not saying this is easy. We have a lot of healing to do to get back to the point of even being willing to believe we can take our authority back. Belief systems ingrained since childhood are very hard to change and can even feel traumatic to attempt to change. You are asking yourself to stop agreeing with things you've always assumed are true, but know that they don't work. They haven't served you. In fact, many of the old belief systems we are taught as children only serve those who are teaching them. They aren't for us, they're for others to control us. But this need to control as often comes from a dark aspect of humanity that we must accept and change it into the truth. You are in control. You are meant to be in control of yourself, but not from an unhealed place. You are meant to control in unity with spirit because your will has aligned with the highest good for all. You cannot change what you do, not take responsibility for. Taking responsibility for your mind will bring you to a place where you can change it, reprogramming your core operating system to one that is upgraded into the higher realm of thoughts and feelings. You can reach a point where your subconscious, conscious, and superconscious seamlessly speak to each other, and you make decisions about your reaction and perception in real time. This is when suffering ends and living a highly synchronized and powerfully manifesting life begins. Thank you so much for being here and watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Absolutely hit the like and subscribe button if you want to keep getting meaningful content from Manifest Health. I want to invite you to go to manifestheal.com and check out our books and resources. We currently have a 3-day course called I Know What I Want. There is a free PDF intro download called How to Ask for What You Want. Absolutely grab that free one, read it, see if it's resonating with you in any kind of way. And I'd invite you to come back and get the 3-day course. There'll be a private playlist of videos for you to watch and lessons to go through it. And it's a 3-day process again. I also want to mention that I will be reaching out to you myself and offer up any advice, or if you want to have a conversation and tell me what you think, I want to hear it. So thank you again for being here at Manifest Health, and I hope that you have an excellent day. See you on the next one.